How's it going, everybody? Anthony back with C&M, episode 7. Okay, today I'm gonna go ahead and talk about episode 6.5 first. The reason being is because I do want to give a little shout out to my caretaker that was at the moment. She helped me through a lot. She took a lot of her time, effort, dedication, consistency, discipline, a lot of things. She was like my partner in crime for a minute, and that's because we had an accountability to each other. I would always expect her at 10. She would show up. She would come. She would put on my leg brace. And there's pictures to the right, to the left, to the right. One of the two. Just go ahead and look. They'll pop up. And she would put on the leg brace. From there, she would have me start walking outside. I still remember, I would always count my steps because I always want to get better and better and better. Till the day I do it at the gym, the treadmill, I count my steps. And it's funny because I've always done that, and I end up getting to the point where I go from counting to just doing it like if it's an everyday thing. And so, like I'm saying, she would walk me down the neighborhood, down the street. It got to the point where I could walk all the way to the park, around the park, and all the way back to the house. Doing that, I only counted the steps once, which was about 4,152, I think. And that was like literally getting out of my house, starting to walk all the way to the park, around the park, out of the park, back to my house. And that was the longest that I ever walked with her. And literally, I knew that when I was going around the park already twice, I knew I was ready for the real world. The real world is outside. Walk everywhere, through the concrete, through the grass, through the rocks, on the walker. Like a normal human. Do what everybody's doing. And that's what I started doing. And that was all thanks to her. I remember one time we were walking the park, and she was walking alongside with my sister, and I was just dozing off into the conversation while walking on my walker. And I remember that this little piece of crap pebble, a little pebble, came across my way. And what it was when I was walking on that walker with the tennis balls, one of the things that I hated about that walker is that since the two wheels are in the front and the tennis balls are in the back, the tennis balls are gliding you through any concrete or any tiles or anything that you're on. Now, the tires in the front are the ones that are literally guiding you. So they're the ones that are going over everything, which means if there's a little pebble that gets along your route, and it comes to a complete stop, it automatically brakes. Well, that's what happened. And I was walking out confidently. Then I came across that little pebble, and I go, oh, oh, and I always made this noise where I'm like, oh, and my sister makes fun of it, saying that it's like Hank of the Hill and King of the Hill in the show. But it is almost like that. Every time I'm about to fall, it always comes out automatically. Automatically, you already know I'm going down because that noise comes out. And that's exactly how it was in that moment. And when I fell, that's when both of them, it broke the conversation because they're like, oh, you all right? And I was just like, yeah, I'm good. And I checked myself, any bruises, scars, anything. No, I'm good. I'm not scars. Thank God, no scars. But any cuts or anything like that, everything was good. So I got back up. And at one point, this man, he was playing Frisbee golf. He runs over to us and he goes, hey, you guys need help? And my sister's like, sure. And he ends up coming. And when he comes over, he's like, yeah, grab my hand. I'm like, all right, sure. So I ended up grabbing his arm with my right arm. Then I hooked my left with my caretaker, and then both of them just rise me up, and I'm back up. And then from there, I get on the walker, finish my walk, like nothing happened, dust it off, and kept going. And that's one fall that I remember that I had with my caretaker. Yeah. Because from there, I think there was possibly maybe another one when I was practicing to get onto the cane. But again, that's why I'm thinking there's a possibility that I might be able to surpass having to be on a cane through my journey. And that's just because I was on a cane. And if you combine all the moments I was on the cane, I was literally on the cane for like a year and 8 months, and that was, if you combine all the moments that I get together and put them all together, and I'm like, these are the times I was on the cane. Every single little one of those moments would all add up, and it would equal to like a year and 8 months of being on the cane. So I would hope that through this walker, I already did my cane work, and I could just go straight to walking. But God's he's gonna have to be the last one to say the word about that. All I could do is have trust, have faith, and keep on working, baby. Keep on working every day that we live. It's another day to gain progress, to make progress, to keep doing something positively for yourself. Okay. Yeah. So that was episode 6.5. Like I say, I want to give her a shout out because I wouldn't have made it this far without her, because she's the one that got me to the next level, got me onto the walker. After I went onto the walker, I started getting diversed back into a route that I had left that I didn't like. The reason being was because I was slowly merging back into what got me in the accident, back into the situation of what got me to where I was and to where I am, because I still haven't accomplished my mission. So I'm still in it. And the main reason I'm in it is because of this situation. And that's exactly what I'm learning to, that I was going right back that down direction, which is pretty much partying, clubbing, going out to lounges, going out to parties, going out to, bars. Things as simple as that are all diversions towards your actual goal, to your actual path. I didn't see that back then, but that's exactly what I was luring back to. I was already hanging out with the wrong environment, hanging out with people that were going to lounges, that would go to bars, that would go clubbing, that would go to little discos here and there. And I would like it. I would have fun. I would join them and go ahead, get tips, get buzzed, drink, think that nothing was going to happen. And that's when situations arise. And I'll go ahead and stop there, and you guys could go ahead and keep following on for next week, because next week I'm going to get into episode 7. Now you're going to want to keep up with this, because episode 7 is going to be all about the 8 years that I was in the walker. Every episode is going to be a different year. And it's going to be 8 episodes because I was in the walker for 8 years. So tell me about patience. I've learned. I've been patient. And it's a blessing being on the walker that I am today. And I'm not giving up. I'm still going. And stay tuned, because this next episode is going to get you off hopefully to the edge of your seat. All right. Thank you so much. God bless. Anthony out.